Toast to the greatest, Rick Ross, the biggest boss.
Joe Biden. What do you think about him?
He's gonna lose, and this isn't really coming from my opinion. This is more so facts. Like this is how I feel factually. One, because he's been having a lot of stumbles on the campaign trail. Like he's been mumbling. He almost seems incoherent or like delusional, like he's suffering from sort of like dementia or some sort of disease. Like the things he's been saying is like outright ridiculous. Like he's not really speaking clearly. He's having a bunch of gaffes, and his mental state doesn't seem to be all the way there. Furthermore, he's establishment. We're reaching a point now where people want someone that's real. They don't want an establishment politician in there. You know, Bernie Sanders is probably the best candidate to choose for that reason. But here we go again.
What was Bernie's downfall?
Bernie's downfall?
Yeah, what was his downfall? Because this is what, his second time in the running.
Yeah.
But he just doesn't seem to either get the proper backing, or he just doesn't connect, and he always end up dropping out.
I think the Democratic Party has some influence in this. I think people are putting more push behind Joe Biden than Bernie Sanders, and you have people that are loyal to the Democratic Party, and so they're going to go along with what the establishment wants, and the establishment obviously wants Joe Biden. Bernie Sanders may also be too left-leaning. You know, I think he's a little too progressive, especially as far as around economic issues, and he's very big on pushing more of a socialist agenda. And let's get this straight. Like, America's not all the way socialist, but a lot of our policies are socialist. You got to think about it. Like, we get taxed as individuals to put our money into a collective pool to not only take care of the government, but to also take care of other people in society. That's basically like the principle that socialism is based off of, except in socialist countries, there's much more government control over, the economy, versus capitalism, there's less control over the government economy. But right now we have the government controls more aspects of the economy with, different regulations and things of that nature. So our government is socialist to an extent, and Bernie Sanders, he wants to push more of that. And I think that his idea, people are just not ready for his ideas.
Is he done?
For right now, yes. He might run again.
He's running out of time.
He is.
He's like 80 years old, right?
Exactly. He's running out of time.
Okay.
So I don't think people are necessarily ready for him. But Joe Biden is definitely going to lose, because you got to remember, if you look at the Electoral College, Donald Trump has to get less of the popular vote. So that means he has less people to reach out to, less people to even cater to get their vote. So he's already got a leg up on Joe Biden, because of how the Electoral College works versus the population of things. Joe Biden, it's going to be a repeat of 2016 with Hillary Clinton. The Democrats are going to try to do everything they got to do, and they're on their last leg to stand on. All right, so also with Joe Biden, it's going to be the same story with Hillary Clinton. They're going to be making the same false promises that they're not going to be able to follow through on once they get into office. The same people who voted for Hillary for the most part are going to vote for Joe Biden. But I do think that some people are starting to wake up to the BS that the Democratic Party is pushing. They're starting to realize, this isn't it. Especially with the impeachment proceedings, especially with the handling of the COVID-19 pandemic and the shutting down of the economies. And furthermore, I think some of the legislation that President Trump has passed that has positively affected the black community, I think you're going to see a shift in the black vote from the Democratic Party to the Republican Party, or at least in this election for President Trump. Now, it might not be big, but I think a lot more black conservatives are coming out and showing their true colors, showing that they are indeed conservative, showing their support for the president. And that's going to ultimately hurt the Democrats if they don't get their act together. Because at this point, they're not really selling the black community anything. They're just pandering. And I think people are realizing that. So they have a lot to lose if they don't, change their actions.